Welcome to 10 Questions to Figure Out What Your Memoir is Really About. Amy Bernstein writes award-winning cross-genre fiction, poetry, and nonfiction. Her most recent book is Wrangling the Doubt Monster, Fighting Fears, Finding Inspiration, a hybrid work for self-doubting creatives, shortlisted for the Eric Hoffer Grand Prize. Her fifth novel, Tent City, is forthcoming from Running Wild Press. Amy is also a professional book coach, helping nonfiction writers to develop great books that land agents and publishers. She publishes Doubt Monster on Substack, exploring the joys and challenges of the creative life, and is a frequent guest on podcasts to discuss creativity. And you can find out more on her website, amywrites.live. I'm going to slide off the screen, but I am still here. And enjoy.
Thank you, Jean, and welcome everybody. I see we even have somebody from Heidelberg, Germany, and I love to be able to say that I talk to writers all over the world and from Melbourne, and it's true. I do talk to writers from all over the world. This evening is divided into two, or you might think of it as three parts. I am going to take you through a pretty dense slide deck with a really clear purpose to it. Then we're going to stop and talk for a bit because I'm throwing so much at you. And then you're going to take a look at this blueprint document. We're going to do it together. And if we have time, you're going to take a few minutes to try and do an exercise that comes out of that blueprint. We're going to be looking at the bigger picture about memoir, what structure really looks like. And if we all had a dime for every time I'm going to use the word structure, we would all be very wealthy by the end of the evening. So I'm warning you. We are going to go look at those 10 critical questions that you must answer to understand what your book is about. And we'll have that brief writing exercise, and I think you will have a lot to talk about. I have a very ambitious agenda for you tonight, and that is to really mess with your head and get you thinking about memoir and about how you write memoir very differently 2 hours from now from how you're thinking about it this very minute. And I want to start with a quote that I just came across today, which is why it's not up on a slide. I had a great conversation with someone today about memoir. And there's a writer named Vivian Gornick who wrote a book years ago called The Situation and the Story. She's a well-known writer and critic. I thought she put this beautifully. Here's our question for the night. How does one pull from one's own boring, agitated self the truth speaker who will tell the story a personal narrative needs to tell? That is such a huge question for memoirists. And so I believe that you, as a memoir writer, you have a big job to do. And that job is so much bigger than just putting words on the page. And that is what I want to spend the next several minutes showing you, because I really want to get you to see this in a new and fresh light that's going to help you get off on the path to figure out how to really write that book the best way you can.